We're doing weekly rankings every Thursday. These are my fantasy football week 3 rankings. What's going on, fantasy football fans? I'm your host, Hussein the Brain, and you're watching The Couch. For the best waiver wire videos, best fantasy football live streams, rankings, and DFS videos, make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel and hit that bell icon so you won't miss anything. Now on to the rankings. Let's start with quarterbacks. And I gotta rank Mahomes number 1. Going against the Ravens, not a good matchup. But as far as trust and benchability, you just never ever bench Mahomes. He's still getting it done without Tyreek Hill. He still has Sammy Watkins. He still has Kelsey. And really doesn't matter who else the other 2 wide receivers are. He's using them as well. I'm going to go ahead and rank Lamar number 2. And I like all 3 of these quarterbacks. No doubt about it. I just think that the Cowboys have a lot of opportunities to shut out the Dolphins. No need to throw the ball. No need to use Dak a lot in that second half. He still might finish QB1. I wouldn't be shocked. But in this game that has a potential for a shootout where Lamar Jackson is going to be challenged a lot to try to get this W, he's going to have to throw the ball. He's going to have to run. They're going to have to get creative. They know, the Ravens know they're going to need to score a lot of points more than likely to get the dub here. And that's why I do like Lamar Jackson. All 3 of these QBs are super elite in just for the rest of the season and this week. Aaron Rodgers has not really been meshing that well with Matt LaFleur. And I'm just speaking from a fantasy perspective. I don't want to be like, oh, the Packers suck. Like, they're getting the job done. They're looking okay. There's nothing wrong with them at all. But as far as Aaron Rodgers being able to compete with Mahomes for that QB1 spot, that conversation really isn't there anymore. And we're seeing that Rodgers is more of a tier 2 quarterback, or tier 3 if you want to say that Mahomes is in a tier of his own. This is the week you start him though. And I think Allen has a little bit more upside. So I'm going to put Allen here. And Allen has the most upside, I'd say, as outside of these top 3. And Russell Wilson has a little bit more trust in me. And we were talking about this in Hack My Lineup. Do we start Josh Allen or Russell Wilson? And it was a very tough decision. I'll go with Russell Wilson for the trust factor, the floor. But easily could swap these 2, like, no doubt. Because Josh Allen does have the upside. The matchup is super sweet for Allen. And Jameis Winston, 0 trust factor. Absolutely no trust. I just can't rank him this high, but the upside is there, so he can definitely finish top 7. But no trust for you. We have to rank Deshaun Watson ahead. We have to rank Matt Ryan, actually. I love this matchup. Let's rank Matt Ryan at number 5, actually. I really like... Actually, we'll rank him on one more ahead. We'll rank him at 4. Dome game. Not too much travel to Indiana. Could be a bit of a shootout, so I like that. Carson Wentz got a lot of trouble for putting Winston ahead of Wentz, but I'm going to go ahead and do it here. As far as who do you trust, it's going to be Wentz, but with Deshaun Jackson definitely out, or I don't know if it's official yet, but he's going to be out week 3. And Alshon Jeffrey is in danger of missing week 3 as well. They both did not practice Thursday. I'll just leave Wentz there for now. I see a huge bounce back opportunity for Kirk Cousins. And regardless of the matchups he's had the first 2 weeks, he's played horribly. Very disappointing. I thought he'd be a formidable backup, but now he's pretty much just a scrub. This will be my final week for the Kirk Cousins test. Did the Vikings essentially spend a lot of money on basically a backup quarterback or a low tier quarterback? Like, is he even a top 20 quarterback? I thought so. Let's see if he can bounce back. Home game against the Raiders. Great opportunity for Diggs. Great opportunity for Thielen. Boost Jimmy G up this game. Not a lot of upside as far as the 49ers needing to throw the ball, but it is a good matchup, and Minkah Fitzpatrick should actually help this Steelers defense, even though he might be only practicing 2 or 3 times before this game and not too familiar with the team. I'm still going to boost them up quite a bit. I think I would go with Jimmy G right around here, because that's the thing. It's such a great team for running backs. We saw all 3 running backs ball out week 2. Jeff Wilson, Mostert, and Breda, all 3 of them balled out. That I honestly, off the top of my head, I don't remember the last time that's happened in this modern passing happy NFL. Like, when's the last time 3 running backs balled out? 2 happens quite often, like with the Patriots and whatnot, but 3, it rarely happens, and all 3 went off. This offense is very tight end friendly just because George Kittle being such a good tight end. They have a lot of pretty good running backs, and Shanahan just really knows how to use those running backs in the pass game, in the run game, outside zone, play action, just really knows how to work those running backs, and the O-line's not too bad. Hope Joe Staley comes back healthy. Baker's turning out to be a bust. He's being dropped by a lot of teams. Let's put him right here. Here, this could actually be a good bounce back game for Baker, but we'll see. With Njoku out, the trust factor just is not there. I do like Jacoby Brissett this week. Trubisky, come on, we can't do that. I'd rather start Dalton probably. This new Bengals offense looks pretty good, and I do like Stafford quite a bit. I would start Stafford over a lot of these players. This is a good week for Staffy, and I think that's about it. We got to put Ryan Fitzpatrick down. You know, there's even a chance that Rosen starts. Let's move him down right here. And I don't expect Cam to start, so let's put him here. But I don't know. We don't know for sure who's going to start, but let's put Cam there, and let's move Rosen up 1 spot. Could be a disaster game. And I would move Kyle Allen up if we knew. I'll just do it. Let's just assume Cam's going to be out, and let's move Kyle Allen right here in what's a good matchup. Case Keenum is unstartable. So Kyle Allen gets a slight boost. Let's see if Cam is going to play. I highly suspect he won't. Josh Rosen may get some snaps or might even start. Right now, Josh Rosen and Fitzpatrick are splitting first team reps. And Daniel Jones actually has quite a good opportunity. Let's put him right here, and let's move Trubisky down. I don't trust you at all, Trubisky. All right, right around there, we're good with QBs. Running back rankings for week 3. Do we trust C-Mac in a decent matchup? I don't. I got to move him down. Even though the Bucs have been able to stop running backs, I still have to rank Saquon ahead of McCaffrey. And Zeke may not be getting too much work after the Cowboys take a commanding lead, but until then, Zeke could ball out, and it's just a great matchup, just a great start. We can't predict what's going to happen after the Cowboys are up 34-zip. We just don't know that. And to get to 34-zip, Zeke could probably get 100 yards and a rushing touchdown by the time that happens. And then it could be the Tony Pollard show. This looks okay. I think Dalvin Cook deserves to be ranked higher. I'm going to put him all the way up to 3 going against the Raiders. And Christian McCaffrey, we will leave there. David Johnson gets a boost. I actually like him more than C-Mac, believe it or not. This is just worrisome because the Bucs, they did focus on stopping Christian McCaffrey, but they're also a good run defense this year with Sue and Veda. I think they're underrated, and I don't know. We can't. What do we do here? This really is a tough one. Cardinals, I don't think they can stop the run that well. I'd say they're actually probably better than people think. Let's go ahead and rank it like this. No, let's switch it up. I don't trust Christian McCaffrey after his week 2 performance. I think defenses know how to stop the Panthers now. They don't have great receivers, and so stop Christian McCaffrey, who's their best player, hands down, and you can get the win. I think that increases your chances of getting the win, and that's the formula. I like Nick Chubb. Let's rank him here at 6. And Le'Veon Bell still gets his points, but not a good matchup, not a good game strip with the Jets starting their 3rd string. I don't like that. This could be a huge bounce back game for Joe Mixon. I like Marlon Mack a lot in this matchup. Whoops. But he did not practice Wednesday, nor did he practice Thursday with a calf injury. I expect him to play, but there's a huge question mark there. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's actually boost Henry up here, because Kamara might suck without Drew Brees. We know that. Gurley will be okay. Bell, not a ton of upside going against the Patriots. Fournette, okay. James Conner, let's actually move him down here, but I'll have him ahead of Chris Carson because of this fumbleitis issue. The man's losing fumbles and could be losing his job to Rashad Penny. I think Chris Carson gets one more shot, and then it's going to be the Penny show if he can't prove himself. And Aaron Jones, absolutely love him. I think he's going to ball out. Let's move him all the way up here above Derrick Henry. And I would move him up another spot, but the coach said he wants to involve Jamal Williams more, and it'll be about a 50-50 split. I absolutely don't believe that, but that's enough for me to rank him one spot below. Aaron Jones, great start this week. Should be a beast. Don't hesitate to start Aaron Jones. Like you needed me to tell you that, right? And I do like David Montgomery this week. This is going to be a grinded out game, but I think Montgomery is matchup proof as long as Nagy uses him, and he's been using him more and more from week 1 to week 2. And if this trend continues, I love Montgomery. And let's put him right here because of Mac's injury and because James Conner, he's injured too, but he should be okay. Still a question mark. And then the fumbleitis, and we don't know what's up with Michelle. I'm going to move Michelle up. Great matchup against the Jets. Look, the Jets defense is solid, but they suck so much. The team sucks so much. There's going to be a lot of opportunities for Sony Michel, just kind of like Zeke last week going against Washington. Washington, decent defense. They have some players, but you keep banging on the door, and the door is going to give in at one point. And running backs will score touchdowns. Running backs will get opportunities in that type of game script where the Patriots will have a commanding lead right when the ball kicks off that game. Josh Jacobs practiced, but he's lost 10 pounds because of an illness, also a groin injury. Don't know what's going on there. Huge bounce back game for Devontae Freeman. I like this. Can we rank him higher? Can we do that? Let's go for it. Right here. I see a huge bounce back game. His stats haven't showed it, but he's looked okay. And this is the opportunity where he can really shine. He just has to break off that one big run. I think he'll be able to do it. Maybe the Falcons utilize the running backs more in the pass game as well. I love Devontae Freeman this week. I told nobody to draft him in season long. I get it. And he's been a bust, a huge bust. He's injury prone. And I knew that he'd be splitting a little bit of carries. The good news is these are weekly rankings, and I'm talking just for week 3. I like him. Lots of upside. Decent matchup. Should be a high-scoring game. And it's only a 2-headed monster, not a 3-headed or 4-headed monster like we may have thought with Brian Hill, Quadri Ollison. That's not the case. 2/3 of the snaps are going to Freeman. 1/3 going to Ito Smith. That's at least what I see going forward. It's something around there roughly. Moving on, Lindsay, you suck. Let's put up Mark Ingram quite a bit. Don't know what's going on with Josh Jacobs, and not a great matchup either. Frank Gore, you get a little bit of a boost. Let's put you up here because Singletary is not going to play. And what else do we got? This is about it. Royce Freeman. We can put him up here. And Drake, dude, come on. You're a Dolphin. You got to go down quite a bit, my friend. Shady gets a boost. And Matt Breida is okay. Not a great matchup, but I'll put him here. I really like Miles Sanders this week. I think Miles Sanders has a great opportunity. So let's put him right here. That's a good spot. 23. I do like him. Oh, Mr. Fumbleitis. I guess we'll move him down a little bit. It's a trust issue, okay? It's a trust. You need to do better and not fumble the ball. Damian Williams is hurt. I don't know if he's going to play. Probably not. Let's move him down a few spots. Right there. And Singletary's not going to play, so we'll just move him down here. Sure. And then we can move up Darwin Thompson. And I'll be adjusting these more often, by the way. And you can check out the written form of these rankings on fantasycouch.com/rankings, or just go to fantasycouch.com. You'll be able to see them there. And I will update them a little bit, knowing what's going to happen with Carson, what's going to happen with Damian Williams, what's going to happen with Mac, Connor. Of course, all these will change, but I think we got a good concrete start for the rankings for week 3. Moving on to wide receivers. Sterling Shepard just got cleared out of the concussion protocol, so he's ready to go. Where do I have him ranked? Okay, let's move him way up. Has a good matchup. Let's put him here for now, just to kind of as a note for myself. And Devontae Adams is the #1 wide receiver this week. That's crazy, man. I know a couple people really hated me for leaving DeAndre Hopkins outside the top 4, top 5, and look what happened. And hey, this is weekly rankings, guys. Let's put Julio up here. Let's put Hopkins at 2. And then I do like Adams very high. I do like that. Let's put Michael Thomas right here at 4. And we'll leave Odell here. We'll put Juju ahead of Cooper. And I think this is a good game for Keenan Allen. We'll put him here. Huge bounce back game for Mike Evans. We'll boost him up a couple spots. And yeah, right around. Yeah, we'll put Evans up here. And that looks good. I think Sammy Watkins goes up a spot. I like Diggs a lot. Hey, I own Godwin in a few leagues, so I really like him, but I got to put Diggs ahead of Godwin. I got to put Watkins ahead of Godwin as well, even though he's playing the Ravens. Mahomes is throwing the ball. And Hilton's got a good matchup. Let's put him up here. I think this is a good game for Brissett and the Colts, at least as far as scoring a lot of points for us fantasy owners. And AB, man, so talented. Let's move him up right here at 13. Big risk. So could go up to around number 7. We can have AB that high above Juju, or we can even have him lower. I think I'm ranking him more on the high side. I think a lot more people would rank him outside the top 15. And yeah, actually, let's move Godwin down one spot. Okay, that's looking pretty good. I think we're pretty much set here. Projections are really hating on Calvin Ridley. I see a big game from Ridley. And the Packers should focus on stopping Sanders. Let's move Ridley right here. Yeah, I like that. Ridley to 17. And let's move DK Metcalf up. Right here. 36 wide receiver. And I think Shepard deserves a boost. Really, really good matchup this week. We got to boost him up right around here. Yeah, this is a good spot. Wide receiver 3. Yep, something like that. Yeah. Okay. Let's actually move you down a little bit. Right there, Sterling Shepard, wide receiver 34. And all right, let's move on. Tight ends. What do we have here? Kelsey, let's leave him number 1. Ertz should get a ton of targets. Kittle 3. This is actually looking about right. Maybe Waller gets shut down a little bit. Let's move Vance to 6. And bounce back game for OJ Howard. Leave a comment. Let me know. As far as me trusting him, we're close to a 0. As far as being trusted, I do not trust him at all. I don't trust you. Oh, man, I do not trust you. Let's move Hawkinson up one spot. Rudolph down a few spots. And that looks about right. Right there. Mark Andrews balling again. 3 weeks in a row. Can Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews do it? I think so. Now we're getting to my favorite positions. Defense. Okay, Patriots number 1. Cowboys number 2. That looks about right. Both should have a lot of garbage time. And Patriots are less susceptible to taking out players, right? I'd see the Cowboys taking out Dak and Zeke a little bit earlier than, let's say, the Patriots would do in the same situation. Patriots do take out their players, but very rarely, and they wait longer till it's like 49 or 53-0 or something like that. They put up the points. They don't let off the gas pedal. And number 3, Vikings. Sure. Now it's really messy between these guys right here. I'm going to move the Bengals up a few spots. I think they have a lot of upside. Oops, I meant the Bills. They're playing the Bengals. I'm moving the Bills up a few spots just because of the upside. The safety's not really there with them. And I'm moving the Bucks down a few spots. Seattle at home going against the Bridgewater. That's okay. This could be interchangeable. Titans Jags should be a low scoring game. Niners have a ton of upside. I like them. And the Bears, man, we got to move them up. I like the Bears. Lots of trust with the Bears. I'm going to put them at number 3, actually. So it goes Patriots, Cowboys, Bears, Monday Night Football going against Washington. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Buccaneers have a lot of upside going against Daniel Jones and going against the Giants. Lots of upside there. I love the Packers this week. I'm going to put them up to right around here. That's a tough one. I love the Titans defense this week, but Thursday night football games are a little bit more volatile. Don't know what's going to happen. And the Packers have that much upside. So they can be ranked anywhere from 10 to 4 or 5 this week. So I'm going to have them around 6. And Cardinals going against the Panthers with no Cam. Don't love that. Okay, let's put the Chiefs down a couple spots. Colts can't hang. They can't do it. Let's put them down. And the Falcons down a spot. Not a big fan of the Rams D, but like them more than the Colts and Falcons. And the Panthers D, not really feeling them. Panthers are kind of a mess right now. Let's move them down here. Let's put the Texans D up a few spots. Right here to 18. Actually, I'd rather have the Texans than the Chiefs. Probably have the Texans right here at 15. And that's pretty close. I think the Lions deserve to be moved up because of a little bit of an upside. Going against the Eagles that are banged up. No Djax, maybe no Alshon. Other Corey Clement might be hurt. And down here, I think that's about right. No one wants to start the Ravens D. Not against the Chiefs. They do have some upside, but nah, I can't do it. And we can move the Browns up a couple spots. Right around here. Yep, that's it for defenses, and let's go to kickers. Gostkowski, number 1. I love the Cowboys kicker, Brett Maher, this week. Justin Tucker, Harrison Butker, Greg Zuerlein, Robbie Gould, Mason Crosby. Excellent matchup going against the Broncos. I see the Packers settling for a lot of field goals, getting the W. A lot of opportunities, running the ball, using the running backs in the pass game. They'll be really good. Mason Crosby just has to be accurate. His accuracy is pretty solid. Not the best, but he's really good and should have lots of opportunities. And I think that's about right. I don't like Sly this week. So let's move him down a few spots. Let's put him down here. Don't like him this week. Don't know what's going on with that offense. And yeah, that's looking pretty decent. Will Lutz, we no longer like him because there's no Breeze. Eddie Pinheiro is good. He's accurate. They finally found a good kicker now. Can Nagy and Trubisky do something? I don't know. Don't know if that's going to happen. Let's put Dan Bailey above Prater. And this looks pretty solid so far. Gonna keep it like this. Yep, that looks pretty good. And we're all set. You can check out the updated written version of my weekly rankings on fantasycouch.com. Make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel. Just hit that couch icon over there. We also have a second YouTube channel where we do live streams and the podcast. So make sure you subscribe to our second channel as well. It really helps out. Like this video if you enjoyed it, dislike if you did not, and I'll catch you on the next video / live stream.